bell and hit all notifications. I would really appreciate it because it helps support my journey to continue producing daily content for you. It makes me so happy to see new people subscribe every day. I also have a website, Bomboni.com, if you'd like to support my journey to keep me running this channel, to keep it alive, open, functioning. You know, it costs money to run this channel, it really does. So, that helps fund and support my journey to do it. Alright, so let's begin. I will be reading your tarot cards today, and I'm actually going to do it in a different style. I'm going to hold it up to the camera and show you while I'm speaking, and whatever messages draw me in rather than the traditional shuffling on the desk in my studio. So, yes, this is going to be an intuitive reading, something you're going through. Only listen if it draws you in. Maybe every message kind of makes sense or draws into you somehow. So, just listen, hear me out. I'll let the words come out as they do. Alright, so I'm going to just shuffle them in my hand and then show you the cards. So, here we go. And if you'd like your own personal tarot reading, my website, Bomboni.com. Alright, let's begin. Just shuffling the cards now. Shuffling. What's the message you need to know now? What's the first thing coming to mind? What's the message for you? Okay, so I get the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. That's what I get. So this card is telling me that some of you are over it, some of you are over a past situation. Yes, some of you are overcoming something that was difficult. Maybe you're still upset about it. Maybe it's influencing and affecting you in a way that you didn't expect before. It feels like it caused bloodshed. Actually, I never even noticed this before. Some of the cups are like red, like wine, and some of them are blue. You see that? Like water. So this drew me in all of a sudden. It's like every time I look at these cards, I always discover something new, because they're so detailed and visual, and which I like, of course. But some of them still stand, so that's kind of showing you that you don't have to necessarily worry about overcoming these obstacles. You're overcoming them. You're doing the best you can every day. Right now, there's a lot of obstacles standing in your way, trying to stop you from achieving what you want to achieve in your life. But overall, the Five of Cups preaches to you that there's no giving up here. There's no quitting. No calling it quits. You maybe are turning away from what you have to face because it's so uncomfortable for you to face the reality of something like this, whatever it is you're experiencing right now. But you have to keep going. This is a reminder not to do that. This is telling you clearly that you have to keep going and pushing through regardless, because that's the only thing you can do right now, is push through, not turn your back on your loved ones, not turning back on the things you once knew. Keep going. Now is not the time to quit and give up, okay? But yes, you've had to go through difficult experiences for sure. Multiple, numerous difficult ones, but it doesn't mean all your resources are gone. You still have something left. You still have something left to offer and give this world. Okay? There's still something more to the story, more you can do actually, with your God-given time. Alright. It's peculiar. Why are they like next to this bridge and this castle? You notice that? Like, why are they by the river? What is the hidden meaning? Okay, behind this, what does that mean to you? not sure actually what that could indicate. Let's see what else we're going through. Actually, no, let's see what that bridge could indicate. I want to see. Let's connect the message. What could that bridge and that castle indicate? What does that mean for you? A battle, an obstacle. So maybe you can't see yourself crossing that bridge. Maybe you can't see yourself on the other side getting that dream house. Maybe you're fighting not to go back. That tells me you're looking at a distance. You don't want to knock on their door. You're fighting with all your might not to go back to your old ways. You're hurt. Maybe some of you left home. Maybe some of you moved out. Had an obstacle with someone. A conflict, a situation. Okay, a breakup, a divorce. You don't want to go back. You're thinking about going back, but you don't want to do the trip. You don't want to travel there. Maybe some of you are considering travel, but you're fighting like internal dialogue with yourself. That everything is not going to work itself out if you do. If you go to that new place, that you're going to have a bad time. You're going to have a hard time. Okay. And I think you're kind of stuck. You have this stuck feeling within, and there's not much you can do about it. Again, the red draws me in. The red boots. What does the red have to do? I think that's like sacrifice, making hard choices and decisions you don't want to do. But why are you looking in the past? Oopsie, why are you defensive? Why are you guarded in fight mode? What is it that you are avoiding? You are preventing yourself from seeing the bigger picture when you are in this mode of being. Okay, so I'm here to tell you it's going to be okay. We can let our guard down. We don't have to be so distrusting of people all the time. There's something clearly trying to come through here. A message trying to reach out and say that it's okay. We don't have to be agitated. We can prevent and avoid certain circumstances from occurring in the future, but we don't have to be so distrusting. The pocket book here, whatever, the coin pouch is drawing me in. Maybe some of you can't afford to do certain things that you wanted to do, so that's why you feel stuck right now, okay? You feel conflicted because, like, you see the birds have the freedom to fly and go and travel where they choose. They don't need money to do that, but you do. So it's like, yeah, you just definitely feel frustrated that you can't do what you wanted to do before. So it helps to ground yourself, and that's what the boots also represent, to ground yourself, to make sure that you focus on what counts, what's worthy, rather than the nonsense that most human beings are concerning themselves with, because it'll cloud your judgment just like these clouds. Alright, it'll cloud your vision for your life. Alright, you may feel like you don't have much in this life, but you could in the other. So don't get frustrated, don't lose hope. You're aging, some of you are aging. Okay, some of you are actually aging from the frustration. Again, you don't have to put yourself through that stress and that discomfort, alright? Sometimes you have to burn that bridge. You don't have to cross it. You can burn that bridge, but you don't have to fight through it. You can just let it go. You can just accept that this happened. This relationship with this person didn't work out, and you can move on, okay? It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to put yourself through a hard time. There's enough to worry about. Let's see what else is going on. What else do we need to know right now? I believe that was the Page of Swords. I just showed you the Page of Swords. This is the Judgment card. Maybe what are you judging yourself about? What are you judging others about? God greatest judge of all, right? Like, I mean, even he's not the judge. We just judge ourselves at the end of the day, at the end of our life. We judge our life. We judge how we did things. Okay, no one judges us. It's just we are the judge. We're part of God creation. And that's why everyone's naked here. They're exposed. They're exposing their true self. But God sees all. So this flag, I don't know what flag that is, but that represents something. Again, the red, the symbol of red, is deeply representing something to you in your life, okay? Basic issues, basic needs, root chakras, like, really, I mean, it's even more basic than stability and grounding. It's just like basic necessities of life, basic physical needs. Maybe you haven't met those needs. Maybe you're not meeting them because of this separation from this person. Perhaps you are just encountering a moment in your life where you are just vulnerably exposed, and life is bringing that vulnerable exposing. You almost notice they look like possessed zombies. I mean, they almost look like scary, kind of creepy, like they all literally just came out of the grave, and that's representing death. Death of the old you, death of the old self. I see that this is a collective energy that a lot of people have to, perish their old ways, alright, have to fast from old things they used to do, okay? So, yeah, that does make sense, actually. This is the season for that. And it's scary. It's craziness. It's scariness. A lot of people are overcoming, but yeah, the trumpets will be heard, right? The trumpets from above will be heard, and that's when people will wake up, but also it's almost like the dead arise in a way. Okay, that will kind of like be like the craziness. It's gonna feel like, the veil is thinning and you can have access and contact with ancestors. So yeah, maybe it's a good time to do that, especially come October when the veil really thins. Will be a time where you can actually tap in and, hear them and sometimes see them. But I'm noticing the fiery hair. It's like, whoa, it's really cool. Fiery helm of hair and those fiery red wings. It's burns so bright like the sun. And I think the sun is an important teacher. The sun really is just a wonderful vessel of knowledge. And it comes in our life to show us something. And what does that mean to you? Let's see what the sun could mean to you. What does the sun represent to you? Could be abundance in all ways, okay? It could bring about unexpected abundance. Maybe you felt like at one point you didn't have enough, now you have abundance. When everything's taken from you, you realize what you have. When everything's taken from you, you realize what you actually truly have all along. So, it's not the things we really have all along. And this shows that, we could have everything but still have a sense and a feeling of having nothing. So the Queen of Pentacles is showing up here to show that what's going to matter and count is what you have all along. And not to be impressed by people who have this or that. But to impress yourself every day by your growth, by your slow, steady growth, and that you can be abundant in other ways that are not necessarily in this way. So I think that's what the sun is trying to teach you, show itself upon us as, represent itself as. Again, notice the red. What What does the red mean? I want to know what the red means. I want to know what this red symbology means. Why do we keep seeing red? Red means emergency. It's like you need to spend more time by yourself. SOS. It's like a red is like, you know, when you make mistakes on an exam, you have red ink on your paper, right? It's SOS emergency. You need to fix this. You need to correct this. Red is also stop. Stop what you're doing. Stop interacting and socializing with the people who don't count and matter in your life. This is a clear message for you. You need to spend time alone right now. You need to. We can sense it. We can sense change. We feel it. You need to mentally prepare for change. You need to understand that life will take you twists and turns, and that you have to overcome somehow in some way. You have to understand that this is all you have. It's a reminder to stop what you're doing and prepare yourself for life's unfoldings so that you can overcome and be good on the other side of it. It's an alone journey. People are not resonating with you. People are not understanding you. And so when they don't, you need to do things by yourself, to yourself, with yourself, for yourself. That is what red is representing. I definitely see a really, really cold winter coming. October and onwards, I see just desolate, cold. I see maybe that could be your emotional state of being is desolate and cold as well. It's a mix of both. Maybe it feels empty. You feel empty, you feel like nothingness, but that's okay. Because, again, you don't need anything in this life. You don't really need anything. You just need to just experience what you experience, okay? This is a temporary existence, so don't get too heavily drawn and attached to losing the things and the people, the loved ones, the things you used to love. Don't ever get attached to your house. Don't ever get attached to your loved ones. You need to uplift. You need to be alone to uplift your energy, to uplift yourself as they're holding on to this cane. They're all they got. They in this lantern. They know that's the only source of light they have. The sunlight in the darkness, right? In the cold of night. Some of you need to buy warmer clothing. Okay? Some of you need to buy, that could be part of what you need to do, is buy warmer clothing, because even what she was adorned with looked heavy and cloakish, right? More blankets, right? For unexpected, if the events, you know, if the power goes out, you need to have warmth in the winter, so buy warmer things, boots, especially with these weather changes left and right and center, which is getting a lot colder, so you need to do this, okay? This is actually like a physical thing, physical preparation. That's the only thing that you need to focus on in terms of, like, if you have to have an attachment to something, attaching to is your mindset of this and that, even candlelights, tea lights, tools. Alright, this is also reminding me of that, because times are changing fast, and this may not make sense now, but it will make sense in a few months, so I wouldn't wait. Lately I've been called in my spirit to say that more often. So that was the Hermit card. This is saying even your mode of transportation, a bicycle, a golf cart, a motorbike, a car, a truck, a van, say even do puzzles to work your mind, to make sure your mind is quick on its feet, right? So you can think fast through any situation. Alright, and make sure to spread this with others. Share this wisdom and this love, because you know, obviously it's love, because you want to help people, you want to reach out. What this could also mean, really, ultimately, is that you may have to travel over water, okay? Physically over water, or air, like by plane. So this is where I see a travel, a relocation of sorts for some people. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Some people are going to try to take your ideas, to steal from you, to be mischievous, to wish you ill will, evil eye you. They're jealous and resentful. They want to destroy what you have built in this life. They want to take for themselves all your hard work, energy, and time, because they're losers. Okay, they just want to be babied. They want to be taken care of without putting in their own work. But notice their jacket is ripped. Their jacket is ripped right there. So it's like they've been caught before. They've been caught before. Do your research. If you have to, like background check someone, do it. Like, make sure you check up what this person is. Red boots, replaying pattern in your life. You've had this person in your life before. You've known who this entity is. And yeah, they're almost like an entity because they're scary. They have that dark energy with them. But don't fear them, because you are not fear. You're not made of fear, so why should you fear and match vibrationally to that fear energy? Just remember who you are, and remember that because of who you are, you're not going to put up with these energies taking advantage of your time anymore. Some of you definitely need to keep your protection high. This is the Seven of Swords, by the way. And stay away from certain energies that only want to take from you. That's not good for you. That's not really healthy or beneficial to you in any way, shape, or format. So make sure that you know this, that you can understand who's wanting the best for you and who's only using you, who's only taking advantage of you for different things. Alright? They can't fit in. Maybe they're a little like antisocial acts and behaviors in a way. They don't fit in any tribe. They've been kicked out of the tribe, so now they're looking to just survive on their own, but they are taking everything with them as they go on their journey. They're not leaving anything behind. They're like that shark in the water, and you can smell the shark coming from a mile away, so you can feel your heart racing in your gut. Something doesn't feel right in the gut. Alright, you know who this person is. So stay away and make sure they don't have any involvement, even if they come to your door. Yes, this person is here to destroy, to steal, to kill. This is the Death card. They are not here to bring happiness. They're here to bring misery upon people. They are here to just be so vile and evil, and they find joy, they find pure enjoyment in people's suffering and pain. So, some of you may know who this person is. Some of you may just really understand, but guess what? Nothing can be hidden in darkness. The light always shines it away. There's the sun again peering through in the distance. So you can overcome this. You have your divine protection. You may, not everyone in your circle may see it coming, but you do. You're one of the only ones who knows that this person doesn't mean well, that they shouldn't be invited to the Thanksgiving dinner, the importance of knowing who you should surround yourself with. Alright, and that will help you get through a different challenging time. Alright, that was 8 cards. I could pick 2 more. The Hangman. So, yeah, the longer this person stays in your life, the more damage they cause. So, to the point where they leave you stripped with nothing else but the clothes on your back, and even a big question, if that, the red pants again. What is with these red clothes? Like, what is it about the red that I'm seeing? It's very interesting, I gotta say. Even the sun is over this guy's head. The sun is charged over their head. Get that sunlight. Get that vitamin D. Be of full health, so when you're in a tied up position where it feels like you have no control, you can at least have some charged positive electrons of light in your being. Okay, yeah, whatever that means to you, just make sure that you do your nature walks, okay? If you're going through a very difficult, unavoidable, unpreventable time, you integrate nature in your life, alright? You maybe want to bring some of that indoors, or maybe you want to have a mode of being where no matter what you're going through, you're at peace, alright? And you integrate that within your household. That's also part of your protection, that good energy within, so that no one bad comes to your door. You have to protect yourself in all ways and aspects of your life, so those negative entities cannot come to your door and hinder your progress in this life. Oops, a couple cards did jump out, so I will read those. 3 cards actually, wow, okay. The 6 of Cups. There was a tainted relationship for sure. Emotionally bad. It felt like everything was destroyed. 10 of Swords. It felt like your life was changed and ruined forever, but it's not forever. And 6 of Pentacles. You're still able to be there for someone to reach out. This is connecting back with the reading I've seen in, I think, pick a sign. And when I did that water, fire, earth, air sign tarot reading, this is reminding me of that because I think I picked some cards from those. Or was it the 2023 pick a card? I don't know. You can check both, though. I recently posted them. Well, again, if you have specific questions for me, book your own. TonyBomboni.com. But yeah, what is this trying to tell you, teach you, and show you? What is the overall message from these cards trying to portray to you? It's like a story. In no particular order, just what is it trying to say? How does that vibrate and connect with you? I gotta say that you've been through heartbreak and pain. So much of it, and you get to a point where you just want to help others through that. Maybe you're becoming like a love guru in a sense, or like a love therapist. You're teaching and showing people how to overcome your difficult obstacles. And you could make some serious coin from it and then help those in need. This person in this relationship would have only held you back. So it was good that you got out of that situation. Maybe they were using you financially. Although it hurts to hear, I think this is lot of people experience, and you have to be put through the inferno of life sometimes to be shown what you really need. I mean, that's all I'm getting out of this. I'll do one more final card because I wanted to do one more final one. I didn't expect those to jump out like that, but that's tarot. The King of Cups. What a beautiful card to end on. Preserving your emotional well-being for those who need it, for those who count, for those who matter. Not giving of yourself too much. The pain will teach you that. Pain will show you that you cannot give to others too heavily. You can't invest too much of your helpful time for those who honestly don't give a crap. There's a lot of people out there like that. They just don't care. Deep down inside, they just don't care about anyone but themselves. So you built this protective barrier and layer, and the king doesn't get to be the king sitting on the throne without going through some hardship. So you've had to do that. You had to burn bridges to get there, and that's the final outcome. The king of emotions, the king of no matter what happens, you deal with it, you put up with it, you get through it, you survive through it, and it was a struggle, but you're there, and you may not be glad with how much it took to get there, but you're gonna get there. Whatever you're going through, you're gonna get there eventually. You're gonna survive this. You're gonna survive the changes. You're going to overcome. You're going to be mentally prepared. You're going to get through whatever you need to get through to get to whatever you need to get to. So trust in the process. Trust in yourself. Believe in yourself. Love yourself. Give yourself that good love and emotion. Don't give it to others who don't deserve, who don't care about you or anyone but themselves. So, again, these are all the messages for you. How does it resonate with you? King of Cups. Ten of Swords. Six of Cups. Six of Pentacles. The Hangman. Death. Seven of Swords. Page of Cups, I think. Hermit. Queen of Pentacles. Judgment. Page of Swords. Five of Cups. This is all a story. I think this is a universal guided story. And this is something that everyone needs to hear right now. And it will make sense with time. The message for everyone. It might not make sense right in this moment in time. But come by the end of this year, I think it will make sense. I know it will make sense because I know a lot of it definitely resonates. And I just speak from spirit